Welcome back. All right, so last two games of the day are on the board. I had expected these to be very predictable. I thought, man, this is going to be kind of boring. It wasn't. So we had Chicago, Carolina, Ottawa, and Tampa Bay. Let's go ahead and start off talking about Chicago and Carolina. So you can tell Bedard's back. The goals against have gone up for Chicago, but let's be honest, Chicago's a heck of a lot more entertaining to watch with Bedard in the lineup. So it's Mrazek versus Martin. 3 minutes in, the shots are 5-0 Carolina. So typical Carolina game at that point. We get a power play for Chicago. There's a delay game call, or delay game call, 19 seconds later. So there's 1 minute and 41 seconds of 5-on-3. At this point, the referee is informed that he sucks. And the reason being that the stick knocks the puck over the glass. It is delay game, but the player deflected it, didn't really shoot it out, so should it have been a delay game call? Either way, Canes kill it off, just the 2 shots on net for Chicago. Stahl has a net drive chance that saved. Crevier had a blast that's turned aside. Svechnikov has a one-timer that misses wide. Kotkaniemi has a rebound, that's held. Shea with a near miss as the Canes press, and then backhanded in on a great pass by Necas. Bunting gets the goal. At 11:45, Drury with the other assist. It's 1-0 for Carolina. Canes press with 4.5 minutes left. An Aho hit on Bedard draws some cheers. Get a power play for Carolina with 2:52 left. That's killed off. 2 shots on net in that one as well. It's 1-0 Carolina after one. Second period, Fost is denied and close, and then Necas on a nice deke at 1:59. It looked like another Carolina player played that to him as well. It still showed as unassisted last time I looked at it. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Canes get a power play. There's a near miss for Aho early in it. There's a post for Burns. Mrazek holds on. Drury gets denied. The Hawks do kill it off. You could feel this game was really out of control at that point. Canes press at 6 minutes. In fact, 7.5 minutes in, the shots are 10-1 in favor of Carolina. Canes press some more. There's some near misses. And then Kotkaniemi, they just had too many opportunities. At 8:22, Orlov and Teravainen with the assists on Kotkaniemi's first goal in a while. The Hawks had 7 shots halfway through this game. That's it. So they had 7 shots, and at this point, Carolina has 4 goals. Or 3 goals. The fourth goal comes at 10:52. It's Aho from Svechnikov and Fost. That is a far corner shot from in close, and it's 4-0. Tyler Johnson then has a shot that's blocked as they press, and then Foligno on a nice pass from Bedard at 15:23 gets Chicago on the board. It's a backhand glove side. Canes press to respond, but after 2 periods of play, it is 4-1 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. Third period, Orlov has a rush chance that's held. The Canes draw themselves a power play. There's a shorthanded chance for Blackwell. He's denied there. Svechnikov misses an open net, and then Burns scores on the power play. Buries a rebound. Aho and Jarvis with the assists at 2:33. And it is one of those shots where you're playing for a rebound, and so Burns is right where that puck goes. Hawks answer, but they're offside. And it was pretty obvious they were offside because as soon as the goal goes in, you can hear a voice loudly yelling, it's offside. So somebody on the bench knew that's offside, that's coming back. Power play for Chicago. They score on it. It is Bedard. Nice cross ice pass, I should say, by Kurashev to set that up. Bedard with the goal from Kurashev and Tyler Johnson at 7 minutes. The Hawks then go back to the power play. They score on it again. This is, I think, the Bedard effect. It's Tyler Johnson from Bedard and Foligno at 9:08. And that one's tipped in from the doorstep by Tyler Johnson. So all of a sudden, we've kind of got ourselves a game. It's 5-3, and all of a sudden it feels like, hey, Chicago might be in this. Canes then get themselves a power play. It cycles. They couldn't get to the net. It's killed off. No shots. None. 0 shots for Carolina on their power play. The Hawks press with 7.5 minutes left. D'Angelo then has a screenshot that's held. Canes press with 4.5 minutes left. The Hawks pull the goalie, and they go offside. So they do get the goalie pulled again at 18:11. Actually, I don't think they put the goalie back in because Martinook hits the empty net shortly after at 18:11. Jarvis and Stahl with the assist. Usually when the puck comes out, you put the goalie back in. I'm pretty sure Chicago didn't. So your final score is 6-3 for Carolina. They go to 33-17-5 on the season. Chicago 15-38-3. So they lose again, but it's entertaining. Shots on net, 14-5 Carolina in the first, 17-4 Carolina in the second, 11-8 Carolina in the third. They outshoot Chicago 42-17. Ouch. Power play, Chicago 2 for 4. The Carolina Hurricanes 1 for 4. The hits 21-9 for Chicago. Mrazek 36 saves on 41 shots. For Spencer Martin, 14 saves on 17 shots. But I think there's some positives to this game if you're a Chicago fan. They're still at the bottom of my power rankings board, but at least there's some positives. At least they were entertaining to watch in this one, which has not always been the case in recent weeks. All right, and the other game, Ottawa and Tampa, the unpredictable one. So it's Forsberg versus Vasilevsky. Early press by Tampa Bay. You could tell these guys were still probably pretty ticked off about the way that game against Florida went. Sens get pinned down. The shots are 7-1 for Tampa Bay at 2.5 minutes. Now, this is where I know that the NHL keeps adjusting the shots because they only show Tampa as having 7 shots the entire period. I refuse to believe they hit the net the rest of that period. Joseph has a rush chance that's saved. The Bolts press at 6.5 minutes. The Senators block. And then it's Stützle burying one short side on a nice deke that he makes towards the net. Sanderson and Zub with the assists at 10:45. Then there's a post for Nick Paul as the Bolts press for an answer. Shots even up after that slow start for the Senators. Stamkos can't bury one. Forsberg holds. And then on a 2-on-1 rush, it's Matthew Joseph, who likes playing against Carolina. He scores from Carolina against Tampa Bay. Joseph from Giroux and Stützle at 13:35. He just wires that one. It's 2-0 for Ottawa. Sherry fans on a turnover chance. The Sens press with a minute and a half left. But yeah, they had kind of a perfect road period. They're up 2-0. We're going to the second. Bernard Docker had a fight with Asimont. I didn't see that one coming either. Shots are 2-0 for Tampa Bay at 3 minutes. The Sens press at 5 minutes. Sherry has a rush that's defended. 26 minutes in, Tampa Bay's been limited to 8 shots by the Ottawa Senators, who, and I will agree with the panel on this, kind of frustrating if you're a Sens fan because now they're kind of out of the hunt altogether, but now they're playing really well. So there you go. So Pinto's denied from the slot. The Bolts press at the half, but they're kept to the outside. Things get punchy with 5:55 left. Leads to 2 minutes of 4-on-4. Hedman had a net drive this block. The Bolts press with 5.5 minutes left. But then Joseph goes blocker side. It's another rush goal because Joseph is fast. He gets that goal from Zub at 15:49. So Artyom Zub with a couple of assists in this game. It's suddenly 3-0. Paul fires one wide, and then a puck deflects off of the stick of Jacob Chychrun to Chaffee. Chaffee buries it at 16:55. So it's kind of a gift, but it puts Tampa Bay back in the game. Now it's 3-1. Tarasenko nearly answers the next shift. Bolts press with a minute and a half left. Things get pushed on a hold by Forsberg, but yeah, it's 3-1 Ottawa after 2. Third period. Early press by Ottawa. Kucherov to Hagel. That gets picked off, and then Ottawa scores. It's Tarasenko from Tkachuk and Pinto at 4:01. Tarasenko bearing a rebound on a rush there. And then at 4:36, a good forecheck by Hagel leads to a goal by Point. Hagel with the only assist. So at 4:36, it becomes 4-2. And you can feel like Tampa Bay's on the verge of breaking through, right? And I kept thinking, okay, eventually at some point, they have to. After that loss against Florida, they got to, just really find that next gear. Sens have a 2-on-1 that's broken up. Shots are 3-2 for Tampa Bay at 7 minutes. Bolts press at 8.5 minutes, but Ottawa gets a power play. Tkachuk to Norris near miss. Things get shovey in a hole by Vasilevsky. That power play's killed off. Kucherov's denied as Tampa Bay presses. Asimont has a net feed that's blocked. Kucherov fires one wide. The Bolts are doing a good job of pushing at this point, but Ottawa's kind of in the bend, don't break, and Forsberg's playing really well. The Bolts go offside during their 6-on-5, which is the same thing that the Hawks did, so that was the thing. They put their goalie back in, though. Hedman has a screenshot that's held. The Sens are doing a good job, too, with about a minute and a half left of holding it along the boards. You don't have to freeze the puck, just hold it along the boards because you can't get hurt there. Bolts call a timeout with 33.5 seconds left. Kucherov has a one-timer that's blocked. Ottawa, nice game for them. They win 4-2. They go to 23-27-2, and tomorrow night they're in Florida. Tampa Bay 30-22-5 on the season with the loss. Shots on net, 11-7 Ottawa in the first, 9-8 Ottawa in the second, 11-7 Tampa in the third. Final shots 27-26 for the Senators. Power plays, Tampa didn't have any. Ottawa did not score on their power play, so there's only one power play in the entire game. Hits 33-28 in favor of Tampa Bay. Forsberg 24 saves on 26 shots. Vasilevsky 23 saves on 27 shots. So there we go. Hockey's done early tonight. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event that you haven't done so already. I forgive you, but go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It has been a long 3 days, and I'm looking forward to a more regular schedule. I did look ahead. there's no more Mondays like this at all in the regular season. And I'll do this and we'll move on and we'll just pretend today didn't happen. But anyways, there you go. And there's some teams that want to pretend today didn't happen, including Tampa Bay. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.